Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming to class today. We are going to start seated. So if you would, go ahead and find a seat. And I need to take a quick sip of water. And again, as we sit and as we get centered, feel free to sit, by the way, on a blanket, a block, sit in a way that feels okay for your body. And I've been reading a bit from What's True Here, a second book that I've gotten from of Donna Fald's books. And I really love a lot of the things she has. It was hard to pick one out today to read. Excuse me. But I picked this one that was very short, and I think a good thing to remember in our daily lives, and it's called We Can Never Be Strangers. Everything, every little thing is unique at its surface and indistinguishable at its core. I want to remember this today, the oneness underlying our differences and the truth that we can never really be strangers, even if we never laid eyes on each other before. So short, sweet, and to the point, that underneath all of the uniqueness that we seem to see with each other and all of the difference, at the core of it all, we are similar, we are one. So closing the eyes, starting to tap into your breath. And as you breathe in and out, just get a sense of how your body is feeling today. As you breathe in, feel the expansion of the lungs, the stretch of the muscles between the ribs. Maybe notice how your posture is this morning, where your head is in relation to the shoulders, in relation to the hips. And maybe the eyes soften. The chatter in the mind softens. And we find some ease in this pose. Take the breath in a little deeper. And as you exhale, exhale fully and completely. Inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. One more just like that. Exhaling. And allow the eyes to open, hands up to your sides. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale them to your heart. Good, just open them up. Stretch through the front body. Bring them back to center. Bring them back to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back right to the heart. Good, one more. Exhale. Inhale it open. Exhale, reach. Exhale it to your heart. And shake that out. One hand down, take the other one open. Just starting to warm up body a little bit. And take it up. Exhale the other way. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. And take it up, everybody. Cactus arm, just a mild, easy twist. Turning to one side, let the shoulders open up. Easy on this twist. We're not very warmed up. Find your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms, twist to the other side. Let those hands come down, broaden through the shoulders. Relax easy through the neck. And center, inhale. Exhale, let that go. Roll your shoulders out. Good, and then take those legs nice and wide. Your heels are on the floor, lean back, but don't sink back, right? Keep that chest lifted, keep the shoulders wide, and a few little windshield wipers with your legs. Starting to warm up here. We're going to work with the hips, glutes a bit today. So be fair warned. Right now we're warming them up, and notice, right, as you go side to side, you're rolling over some of those glute muscles, those gluteal muscles. Good. Next time your knees are over to the left, I am mirroring here. Pause there and walk the back knee back. So your right knee, you would walk it back so that it's comfortable. Your left hand stays on the floor, and all you're going to do is try to keep this foot on the floor and lift the back knee. So be mindful. There should be no pain here at all. Starting to work with the back glute a little bit. Yep. Keep it going. Last one. And down. This time I want you to just lift and hold. Now, resist the urge to roll the whole hip back, right? Just lift the leg and you should feel a contraction at the back of that glute. Just hold for a second. Everything else should feel pretty comfortable, pretty relaxed. And lower down. Keep the knee down, lift the heel. This one a little trickier. You saw that I leaned a little further. Not going to go far, but lift, lower. Yep, lift. You're just lifting that foot off the ground any amount you can. Good. 2 more. And breathe. And then lift and hold and see what that feels like. Maybe you can let go of the hands. You're going to feel that in tensor fascia lata. Maybe this glute medius here in the back. Whoo, yeah, baby. And let that go. Good. Lean back over to it. Bring both legs straight. Find Dandasana, calf muscle or thigh muscles nice and engaged. The hands are beside you. The shoulders are back. Find your breath. And release. Legs wide. Let's windshield wiper again. Smile. Breathe. Next time your legs are over to the right, pause there. Take that back leg, move it back so it is comfortable. Did not say this on the other side, but you can always put a block or blanket under that knee if it's bothering you. This hand is supportive, the shoulder's not cranking, right? And let's begin again by keeping the foot on the floor, lifting the knee, resist the urge to roll back. That's it. Just squeeze it. 3, 4, and 5. Lift one more time and hold, and just see if you can find that engagement on this side. Usually one side different than the other. Breathe, notice, and lower. Keep the knee down, lift the foot just for 5. This one's harder. Good. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and then hold, lift. See if you can get the hands off the floor. So working with the obliques as well. Ooh, yeah, feeling all of that happening. And lower down, lift those knees, straighten the legs, find Dandasana. The hands go on either side of you. The shoulders roll back, flex the feet. And breathe. Good, take one leg, lift it. Again, optional, tends to get real crampy in this thigh. So lower if you need to. Optionally, take the hands up, lift the chest, everyone. Find that breath. And lower down, lower the hands. Inhale, maybe take the hands up first. Lift the other leg, squeeze your belly, squeeze, squeeze. Push down through the other leg. and lower. Shake those legs out. Bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Now, hands are going to go on top of your knees, but you are not pushing down. You are pushing up. So, hands to inner knees, push up, gentle. Don't go super hard. Breathe. Low belly is toned, working with the inner thighs, right? Breathing here. And exhale, just let those knees release. You can do a little wiggle. And again, push those knees up into your hands, working with those inner thighs. Find your breath and lower. I don't know if anyone saw it, but I think it was in the New York Times. They had another article, good, push up while I talk, about glute amnesia, also known as dead butt syndrome. And it reminded me of how much we used to work with all that. And let go. Good. Bring those knees together. Pause. Just cross one knee over the other. If it's very difficult to sit up like this, just lean back, right? So that you have room to move. Otherwise, you're wrapping those arms around the legs, lifting up through your chest. Release. I know, quick little moves here, and switch sides, wrapping the arms around or behind you, stretching out that hip we just worked. And release. Nice job, everybody. You are coming down to the floor on your side. If you want, let's take a blanket underneath the hip. You will be glad you did, unless you have a nice soft surface you're working on. So you can either be up on elbow or you can be down with your head supported. So that's your upper body. Your hips on the blanket, both legs are straight to start. Press into your elbow or just keep this underside lifted a little bit. Bend the bottom knee, keep the top one straight. Here's the key here. You're not turning the toes up. You're keeping the toes pointed slightly down. The belly is toned in, and you're going to do tiny pulses to engage right out here without overshooting it, right? So if you're down, all the way down on the floor, that leg's going to lift higher. If you're up on elbow, going to be a little bit more targeted. You're going to feel that resistance at that top line quicker. Yep. Hang in there. You're going to feel this. I know. Good. When you're done, pause and hold. See if you can lift that underside body, working with this outside hip, and breathe. Good. If you're still okay, actually let it rest for a second. I sometimes I forget. So just let it relax for a second. Lift the leg back up. Find that engagement, hip point to hip point, lined up. And then take the leg forward and take it back to the hip line. Don't go back behind you. Good. Take it forward any amount. Does not have to go that far. Good. 3. This is our last one here. Good. This time bring it forward. Hold. Breathe. Take it to hip line and then take it back. Watch the low back. I want you to squeeze that glute when you get there. Keep the toes pointing forward. Good. Bring it forward. Last one. Hold. Smile. Love hip work. And squeeze it back just a sec. Tone in through the belly. Woo! And drop that. Good. And just kind of shake that out, right? Circle it out. Shake it out. And switch sides. It'll feel good to lay on that hip after that work. Starting with the legs straight, the hips level, bend the bottom knee, lift the top leg. Again, you can be down low. Sometimes this can be irritating on the neck and shoulder, so it's up to you. Draw the lower ribs in, turn those toes forward and down, and start just a little lift lower. And breathe. And think happy thoughts. You got this, everybody. Whew. That's it. A couple more here. This side seems to have a little more lift for me than the other side. That's interesting. And then lift and hold here. Flex the foot, engage that belly. Find your breath, bring the leg forward. Whew. And then just bring it back to the level of the hip, like you're sliding that leg over across the table. And bring it back. Good, last one. Bring it forward. Bring it back, hold. Good, bring it forward, hold. Breathe. Take it to the hip and then squeeze it back and hold. Find that glute without arching the lower back. Bring it forward, just 3 of these. Hold. Smile. Bring it center. Whew. Squeeze it back. Yeah, one more. Hold. Squeeze. And back. Oh. And lower and release. Good. Shake that out, everybody. Go back to the first side. This time you are going to lay down. You can support your head up or take it down so it is more level. Bend both knees, straighten the first leg. Squeeze the belly in and lift with the toes pointing forward. Breathe. Watch that top hip. I don't know if you can see that, my top hip just rolled forward. I want to keep it even. And then turn the toes up and lift the leg as high as you would like, pressing down through the bottom leg. Come halfway down, turn the toes forward and lower. Good, let's do that again. Lift to your level. Watch the adjustments here, right? Don't let the hips roll forward. Turn the toes up. Lift up to your level. Come halfway down. Turn the toes and lower. One more here. Lift. Breathe. Woo. Turn. Take it up. Now, what is this pose? Right hand to big toe pose. One variation. You can play there if you would like. Lower halfway. Turn your toes. Bring that leg forward and drop it down to the floor. Woo. Straighten your bottom leg. Find your breath. Bend the bottom leg, release. Whew. Shake that hip out a little bit. Stack the knees and lift so that this whole leg is bent, but it's on that imaginary table, right? The heel's not lifted, the knee's not lifted. Breathe, find that hip. We're only going to do 10 of these. Squeeze up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower, everybody. Switch sides. Coming over to the other side. First, the knees are stacked and then straighten the bottom leg. Lift up part way. Whew. Belly squeezes. That top hip doesn't roll forward. Turn the toes. Lift all the way up and hold. And then lower halfway. Turn your toes. Lower, maybe tap that toe. Here we go, round 2. Take it to your point. Turn and lift. Breathe. Press down through this grounding leg. Come halfway down, turn and lower. One more here. Bring it till you feel that, that pause, right? That place where it's not going to go any higher unless I compensate. Turn the toes. Lift up, hold, maybe a nice straight leg here. Maybe you find your big toe. Lower halfway, turn the toes, bring it forward. Whoo. Lower that foot, straighten the other. Just breathe. Bend your bottom leg, bend the top, both are stacked. Lift your top leg, just 10 here, working right there. Very, very focused today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and lower. We're almost done with the floor work. Turn onto your bellies. Come into Sphinx pose. Reach down to the pubic bone, right? So draw the low belly in. Watch those lower backs here. Get a nice tall torso. And then lower that torso. Relax your head, your neck. I'm keeping my chin up just so I can talk and not get too muffled here. But then press down through the pubic bone. Lift one leg. Here we go. So pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Notice if you're bending that knee, right? See if you can extend through. Press down into the hip bone. Don't arch into the low back too much. Bend that knee, everybody. We're almost there. Keep that knee lifted and lower down. Whew, shake that out. Other side, first press down, hips, pubic bone, get your low back nice and long, and then lift the leg. Hold here for a second. Whew. Give me a pulse of 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, everybody. Keep pressing down through that hip bone. Big deep breath. Bend the knee. See if you can keep that knee lifted. Woo! And lower down. Well done. We're almost done here. Press down through the pubic bone. Lift both legs. Breathe. You're going to take the legs wide, point the toes, and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift those legs, everyone. And lower down. Well done. Good job, everybody. Press up and come to your hands and knees. So once again, you're on this blanket and it's protecting your knees. Lovely thing. I love props. Love all my props. So let's use them if we need them. Flex through your, or press through your hands. Straighten the elbows. Press the right leg back. Lift the foot. Best you can, level out the hips, squeeze in through your low belly, point your toes and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to chest. Squeeze it in, lift up. Good. Squeeze and lift. Just 3 more. Squeeze, lift. Think of a moving cat-cow. Last one. And lift, hold, breathe, lower down. Come off those wrists anytime you need to. You could do most of this on your elbows if that works better for you. Left leg out, tone the belly, lift the leg, point your toes, and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Knee to chest or knee to elbow for 5. Lift. Breathe. Moving our hips, moving our spine, moving our bodies. We got 1 left. Breathe and lower. Shake that out. Maybe sit back on the heels for a moment. Stretch out your back. Almost done here. Come on up. All right. Starting with the left leg this time, you're going to keep that knee bent, keep the foot flexed. Take the knee out to the side and lower. So 2. Find your end point, right? That end point is when you feel the muscle squeeze. You pause at the top. Good. 5 more, everyone. 5. Pause at the top. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Listen up. You're going to take that left knee right behind your right knee and pause. Release that. Same thing, other side. Remember, watch those wrists. Taking the right knee out. So lift 1 and 2, 3. Try not to overcompensate. 4, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 1. Lower and cross backs of knees. Just doing that, nothing else. And release. Good. Downward facing dog, everybody. Oh. Shake it out, shake it out. Find your breath. Now, optional 1, you're coming back to your knees. You're going to do 5 more, knee to chest. Option 2, down dog. Squeeze in through the belly. Fire up those shoulders and back muscles. Lift the left leg. When you bring your knee to your chest, you're moving into a plank. And up. Just 5, 2, control. 3, 4, one more. And 5, and lower both knees. Sink back. And turn those hands up, palms face up, and soften through those wrists. Other side. No mercy here, right? All right, knees down or downward facing dog. Right leg extends back. Here we go, 4, 5. 1, there's your plank. 2, down dog. 2, and 3, and 4. Whew. 5. Release both knees. Think back. Maybe child's pose, maybe hero pose. Shake out your wrists, everybody. You can move your blanket out of the way and come to the back of your mat. Now, we have done this before, so you may recognize it. If it hurts your knees, don't do it, okay? Find another way. So you're on your hands and knees. You're going to take your left knee, swing it around, put it in front of your right. It's like you're walking in this weird cross knee thing. And then your right goes over your left goes over your right, and your right goes over your left. Pause. So you're just cross-kneed, right? What's this look like when you look back at it? Looks like cow face legs, right? Want. 1, you're here. 2, you're nowhere near here. That doesn't, your knees don't like it. 3, we're not doing cow face, but you're going to walk your hands forward just a little bit. And you're going to sink back and come forward. Yep. You're going to sink back and forward. Just one more, just a teeny stretch on that hip. Back and forward. Walk the hands back. You're going to go backwards. Notice which knee is in front. For me, it's my right knee. So when I move back, I want the left knee to finish. So here we go. Take the right leg back. Walk your hands back. Take the left hand back, or left knee back. Right knee. Left knee. Breathe. And I said I wanted my left knee in the front, so I'm going to switch just so I get stretch on both sides. And once again, I'm just going to lean back and forward. Good. 2 more. And forward. Last one. And forward. Release that little pretzel pose. Go wide on your yoga mat. You're in table pose. Your hands are off your mat. Extend out through your left leg. Gate pose, everybody. Now, gate pose, if you look at your right knee, it's my left, but your right, if you're mirroring with me, and your knee and your hip line up. Now, gate pose with that extended legs foot. I've seen it taught mostly with the toes forward or flexed. I tend to do it and teach it with the foot planted so that I can keep an eye on my knee, which tends to hyperextend. Once you're here, walk those hands up and take them to your hips. Engage your glutes. Find your breath. Keep your, so if this is your right knee, it's your right hand, keep that same side hand at your hip and extend over with your left arm. Find your breath. If you have the core straight, move that hand down the leg a little bit. I'm pushing my hand into my leg for stability. Slide it up, both arms up. Extend down the straight leg. It's a soft touch. You should be able to lift that hand without any issue. Feel that glorious stretch on the side body. Big deep breath, everyone. Watch your knee. Change your foot position as you need to. Both arms up. Exhale, hands down. Keep that bent knee. Keep that same side hand on the floor and lift the other arm up. Little baby twist. Breathe. Exhale, hand down. Mindfully lift that leg and bring the knee back to the floor. Go to the other side. So for you, right leg out, left knee is on the floor. Once you're there, once you're comfortable, watch this hip to knee alignment. Press through that long leg. Take that same side hand, push into your hip and extend out. And breathe. Really plant that foot. Really ground here, everybody. If you want, slide the hand down just a little. Just a little. Push that hand into your thigh. Find your balance. And come on up, both arms up. Exhale, this hand slides down. Watch the knee. Smile. Breathe. Nice job. Take it up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Same side that knee is bent. Keep that hand on the floor. And take the other one up. This is a sweet little twist, one of my favorites. Deep breath. And exhale it down. Mindfully lift that leg. Take it back. Good. Plant your hands. Take one leg out. Lift. Take the other leg out if you can. Come to a wide leg forward fold. And then notice where is the weight on your feet. If it's way into the heels, move it forward. If it's way out to the ball mounds, move it back. And then push both legs out isometrically as if you could pull the mat apart in between your feet, especially at the heels. Drag those heels out. Again, engaging hips, glutes. And then turn the toes out and the heels in. Lean back so that the weight is in your heels. Hands come to your knees. Look up and stand up. Shake that out. Well done. All right, don't go too wide. If you need to, bring the feet in. Take the arms up. Exhale, goddess pose. I know I did say glutes, right? Take it up and down. Reach up, squeeze. Down we go. Two more. Exhale. Last one, hold. You know I was going to hold, didn't you? Good. You can rock a little side to side. Look at your feet. They mirror each other. Take your hands to your thighs. And I want you to push down on your thighs, but then resist. So I'm trying to pull my thighs up at the same time I am pushing down. This is a ton of work for your legs. Press the knees out. Squeeze the belly in. Lift your chest, everyone. And then take both hands forward and just cover one hand with the other and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Woo. Nice job. Take it all together. Shake it all out. Grab your blocks and place them at the front of your mat. You can put them on your mat too, that works. And then stand in mountain pose. And imagine, right, what the hips, the glutes, this whole part of our bodies, what it does for us, how it allows us to move forward in life, and how important the muscles are here in transporting us where we want to go. Watch the knees, try not to pop them back. Lengthen up through your torso. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down to your blocks. Good. Inhale, hands to shins. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Soften the knees. Step back with your right leg. Now, your right knee can be on the floor here. That is up to you. I want you to lengthen through the back leg. See if you can start to engage the hips here in a simple lunge. Take your hands to your knee and lift your torso. Bend your back knee, bring your whole torso back. Squeeze that back glute. Arms up. Again, watch the knee. If this hurts your knees at all, straighten the back leg and let it be more of a regular lunge. Smile, everyone. Hands to knee, straighten the back leg. Push the back leg back and bring your hands to your blocks. Push off, step forward. Bend both knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale it down. Step back, left leg. Remember that left knee can go down on the floor. Engage, right? So don't just let it be soft and soupy back there. Engage the leg, engage the glute. Lengthen your torso. Hands to knee, lift up. Breathe. Bend the back knee, bring the torso back. Take the arms up. Find your breath. Squeeze the back glute, everyone. Try to pull the mat away from each foot. So I'm trying to spread that mat. My feet. That's it. Hang on. We're almost there. Exhale, hands down, straighten the back leg, and then step forward. Bend both feet or both knees. Inhale and exhale. Pause here. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down to your blocks or the floor. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale down. Hands to block, step back, right leg. Find your breath. Find that gorgeous lunge. Take the arms up. Back knee bent, optional. Breathe. Hands down to your blocks, but then move them out of the way. Step back. Downward facing dog. Optional lift, right leg only. Hold. When you're ready, step forward, right leg. Step forward, left leg. Bend both knees, take it up. Go right to second side, exhale down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale down. Left leg steps back. Knee up or knee down. Hands to knee. Squeeze the glutes. Take the arms up, everyone. Bend the back knee, optional. Not only does that stretch the quad, but makes the muscles work a little harder. Breathe. Hands down to the floor, straighten the back leg, step back. Downward dog. Lift left leg only. Squeeze the belly. Lengthen through your arms, your torso. Step all the way through. Step forward, right leg. Bend your knees, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Release those arms. Mountain pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Round two. Take it up. Exhale down to the floor. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Bend both knees, chair pose. Woo! That's it. You got this, everybody. Find that pose. Press the hips back, hands down, step back, right leg. Find your lunge, hands come to your knee, lift. Take the arms up, bend the back knee, optional. You got it. Breathe. Straighten the back leg, hands to the floor. Take the left arm up, finding our twist. Release, step back, downward facing dog. Find your pose. Right leg lifts, optional. Swing that leg through. Push off, step forward. Bend the knees, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Second side. Exhale down, everyone. Inhale halfway. Exhale down. Bend the knees, lift the torso, find chair pose. Woo, hold on to that beach ball between the arms. Sit back in your heels. Release, down we go. Left foot steps back. Again, finding that lunge, hands to knee, lift the torso. Reach up with those arms, bend the back knee if you want. Find your practice, find your breath. Release, hands down, straighten that back leg, step back downward facing dog. Left leg lifts all the way through. And step forward, right leg. Bend the knees, take it up. Oh, I forgot our twist. Exhale. Release, shake that out. One more round. Make sure we get that twist in there on that one, that second side. Take it up, everyone. Exhale down. Good. Halfway up, lift. Exhale it out. Bend the knees, chair pose. Breathe, belly tones. Take it down to the floor, step back, right leg. Come to your lunge. We know this part by now, right? Breathe. Bend the back knee, optional. Lean the torso back. Exhale, straighten the back leg. Leave your right hand where it is. Take the left arm up. See if I can remember that on the other side. Down we go. Step back, down dog. Listen up. Plank pose. Right leg lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, knees down. Chaturanga. Low cobra. Press up, plank. Down dog. I know, I added a lot on that one. Look through your hands, step forward, right leg. Step forward, left. Bend the knees, take it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's finish this up. Third round, second side. Exhale down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale. Bend the knees. Let's find chair. Find your breath. Press those knees away from each other. Exhale down, everyone. Step back, left leg. Once you're steady, hands to knee or bypass, take it up. Bend the back knee. Find your breath. You got it. Hands down, back leg straight. Right arm lifts. Let's come to our twist. Release that down. Step back, down dog. Plank pose. Breathe, left leg. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo. Breathe, everybody. Good. Lower that down. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Right leg steps forward. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, release it down. And shake out those hands, shake out those legs. Grab one block, place it between the thighs. Give that block a good squeeze. You should feel thoroughly warmed up here. Roll your shoulders, everybody. Shake out those wrists. A lot of hand stuff. So sometimes those wrists can get chatty. So with that block between your thighs, and it can be long or the shorter way. So whichever feels the most comfortable to you. Squeeze the block, hands to hips, and lift your heels. And lift. 3, 4, try to pause at the top. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See if you can hold this one. 10, hold, squeeze your block. Hold, lift higher, squeeze your block. You got it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Well done. Take that block out of there. Set your blocks aside. Find mountain pose. Hands to hips or out here or both once you get moving. A little bit of balance work here. Good. I want you to take, if I'm mirroring here, you're going to take your right toe, put it out to the side. Feel the glute engaged. It was an interesting thing, another article, and it said every time, might have been the same article, every time we walk, the glute should be firing, right? It doesn't have to be like, wow, it's firing, right? But you should feel that engagement. So with the big toe out here, the hips pretty level, you're not overly leaning, squeeze that standing leg's hip and glute. I keep saying hip, but I'm really pointing the glute. And then flex the foot, lift that foot off the floor. Find your balance. If you can, slide the foot forward. Bring it back behind you, point the toes, squeeze the other glute. Take it out to the side, flex the toes. One more, bring it forward. Slide it back, point. Don't over swing it back, keep the back neutral. Out to the side, flex that foot. And lower down, shake that out. Mountain pose. Same thing, other side. Toe out, squeeze that glute. You'll notice chances are one side different than the other, usually dominant side stronger, but not always, right? Injury, misuse. So just here, just standing here, feel that. This is close to a balanced pose. We've got all our weight here, this leg just kind of hanging out, building our muscle, building our bone, right? Okay, so here we are. Find your still point, lift that foot. Bring it forward. Swing it back, point the toes. Bring it out to the side, flex. Bring it forward, hold. Swing it back, don't watch that low back. And take it out and release. Whew. Right, standing leg work, you can feel that all the way through. But it's marvelous because if you were to come to the end of your mat and think about walking, right? We don't think about walking. And if you take one foot, start to take one foot forward, feel the glute engage, and then you push off. And then there's a moment where you're at a single leg, right? And then you drop heel, ball mound, squeeze the glute, lift it up. I hope you're doing this with me. Drop down, right? So there is all this muscle engagement happening, but we don't pay attention, right? We don't notice it. We wouldn't want to. We wouldn't every time we walk, but oh, heel, glute, glute, you know? So you get my point. All right, back to the front of your mat. Lordy, inhale, take it up. Exhale all the way down. Bend the knees, step back, downward facing dog. Watch your knees here. Walk your right foot to the center. Take your left foot in front of it. Bend both knees and just tap the left foot toes. Kind of like eagle legs, but we're still playing with this idea that we could possibly find cow face. And then release. Regular down dog. Walk the left foot to the center, soften that knee. Right leg goes in front, you're just tapping toes, bend both knees. Keep the torso pressing back. And release. Right leg center again, listen up. You're gonna walk the left foot around like we did before. Very mindfully, come down to your right knee. And then your left follows, right? So, and then just take your right foot out to the side. Look at your legs. That's cow face legs, one knee on top of the other. Breathe. Hard part. Flip your right foot. Walk that foot in. It's not out to the side. Walk it back. Lift and release. Doesn't have to be pretty. Well, left foot center. Right foot walks around. Bend the knees. Start to slowly drop your left knee, right knee will follow. Kickstand out I have to look, your left foot. And breathe. Here we are again. Hard part is getting out. Flip those toes under. Lift the knees, undo the legs. And drop both knees to the floor. Pause here. Cow face legs, tricky little booger, right? Knees, hips, all that stuff can be hard for some people, especially if we don't have the external rotation in the hips, right? That is not a flaw. That is a design difference. So don't ever, ever, ever force things, especially through the hips and the knees. Now, one of the ways I love to play with cow face is to have both blocks. And one of the blocks we're going to sit on, because one of the challenges to external hip poses is like cow face, like eagle. Well, not really eagle. I'll think of another one. Fire log. Is our hips are lower than our knees. And so when we sit cross-legged, our knees are here and our hips are on the floor. Sitting up on a block helps with that. So have another one nearby. You're going to take your left leg, drop it down to the floor. Now, if you're watching this and your knee doesn't do that, you can keep the lower one straight and just step over with the top one. But left leg down, and then kind of walk that knee toward the middle line. It won't go all the way, or it might, but don't make it happen. Just walk it in a little bit. Take your other leg, step over. So beautiful seated twist. You can hang out here. You're still going to get that stretch through the glute. Or you take your block, put it under your bottom knee, and then drop both knees down, both ankles out to the sides. And you have cow face, right? This is cow face pose. Feels marvelous for me. I should caveat that because it doesn't work for everybody, and I understand that. And breathe. Now, if you want to play, you're going to take the bottom block out and take the top block out, or the block that you were sitting, and bring those knees roughly together Another option I love is butts on the floor, but knees are elevated. And that works really well for some people. Or trust yourself, start to separate the knees until you find a place. I mean, this is fire log, right? So find a place that works for your body. If I could see you, it would be better, but we'll work on it when I get back. Open up the shoulders, everybody. Lean back and just kind of make space between the thighs there. And then take the torso back up. Inhale, reach up, breathe. Take your, if I'm mirroring here, you would take your right arm behind you and your left arm pats you on the back. Fingers touch or not. Cow face pose. Check the shoulders, check the head. Try not to drop the chin. Find the ease in this pose. Not as easy, right, as a mountain pose or a regular Sukhasana, easy seated pose. But find ease in the pose. Let the hips be heavy. Try to relax the muscles. Change the pose to fit your body, okay? Not the other way around. And breathe. Good. Release the arms. Take the heels of the hands, if you are seated in a way that you can, take the heels of the hands to the arches of your feet and just press. Don't do it if it hurts, but both grounding and giving a little massage to those arches. And release, lean back, whoo, undo, straighten both legs and find Dandasana pose. Good, shake out the legs. Same thing other side. I'm gonna start sitting up on a block and breathe. I'm gonna take my right leg under this time, walk that knee toward the center. I'm gonna take my left leg over, I'm gonna set the block underneath it and just see what this feels like. This may feel great. This may feel not any better or worse than being all the way on the floor, but I do like the height that this gives me. It just frees up the hips for me a little bit more. So it's worth playing with, right? And breathe. So one, you're here. Two, you try taking one block out or both blocks out. If you're going to take a block out, usually the one that you're sitting on and is the one to take out, and keeping one under the knees is for most people that works best, just to keep that supported. And then sit tall. When you're ready, arms up. As you exhale, that left arm goes back and behind. The right hand pats yourself on the back, especially if you're still with me in class today. Find your breath, maybe close the eyes. And breathe. Relax your head, your neck, your jaw. Use your breath here. Let the hips be heavy, heavy, heavy. There's nothing there but a grounding feeling of stability. And release. Whew, shake that out. Good. Lean back, everybody. Undo, straighten the legs. Dandasana pose. Arms up, optional. Use your breath. And release. Good. Take one leg, your left leg if you're mirroring. Again, a block under the knee, always a lovely thing. Janu Sirsasana. Sides of the body are long, the sit bones are even. Arms raise up. Exhale, forward fold, go easy. Resist the urge to round if you can. Or at least lengthen first and hold And then if you want to round down a little bit, that's okay. It's all right. Don't worry. Be happy. Find your breath, everybody. Some of you can reach your foot and hold. Try to engage the quadricep, the thigh muscle. As the thigh muscle engages, the hamstring gets permission to stretch a little more, or lengthen, I should say. Deep breath. Good. Come on up. Listen up. You're going to take that extended leg, bring the soles of the feet together. Woo. Little Baddha Konasana. Just wiggle the knees a little. Just real soft, little soft pulses. And when you're ready, straighten the other leg. For you all would be your left leg. Remember to cushion right knee if that makes sense for you. Take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Pause. Allow these hamstrings to stretch. Use your breath. Holding foot only if it makes sense. Good. Release, everybody. Come on up. Bring the legs to Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together. Little butterflies here. Fingers forward. Please be mindful here. Very easy to round in the low back here if we try to take the torso forward. So if you are attempting that, please hinge from the hips and not from the waist. Good. Come on up, bring those knees together. Ooh, yeah. Move your blocks out of the way. Before we come to the floor, we're going to do just a couple, we're running out of time, but grab your strap if you have it and put it into a loop about yay big and slide it over your thighs and just tighten it up a little bit so you got some purchase there. Okay. Now, and make sure your buckle's in the middle and not on any leg muscle or leg flesh. You're going to start on your belly. Yep. Oh. And come on down. Now, when you lay down, that loop around your thighs, if you press against that loop, you should feel the strap there. Lengthen your torso. Keep a little bit of pressure on the loop on the strap. And then if you want, come into Sphinx pose. Does not work for everybody, so just be mindful if this makes your low back feel funky. So as we press against that strap, right, we try to widen through the sit bones, widen through the lower back or the SI joints, really, and feel the lack of compression, the lack of squeezing. But what I'm doing is engaging the outer hips. And breathe. Good. Come on down. Take your forehead to the tops of your hands. Lift your head and hands and maybe your feet. So variation here of locust. Working with those hips and glutes one last time. And reach the arms behind. Turn the palms up. Point your toes. Find your breath. And release, everybody. Shake that out. Turn over to one side. Yes, you still have your strap there. feet on the floor, strap around the center of your thighs, press the legs out. This is a little bit of a reset here. It should feel really good. Your upper body is nice and relaxed. You're pressing out against your strap. Your feet are comfortably on the floor. Shoulders are down. And then bring your knees to your chest. Feet back to the floor. If you're okay with it, I want you to leave your strap there as you carefully and slowly straighten your legs. So Shavasana here, everyone. This one with the legs contained, which can be very supportive for the hips. An option here would be to take that long tail of your strap, bend the knees, lift the hips, take the strap underneath the sacrum, not your lower back. Drop the hips, drop the legs again. You're going to snuggle that strap tight and wrap your hips with it. This feels so good. And it's pretty easy to do. You've just snugged that strap around the hips and below those hip points to again contain the hips, contain the legs. Let the arms come on out. It's like putting a loop around the hips, if I didn't explain that correctly. And then I just tuck the little tail in so it stays in place. Find your breath. Let go of any strain or stress or worry, just for now. Relax and let go. Soften your jaw. Soften your belly. See if you can soften just a little more. For those of you who are ready, just start to bend your knees and let your feet come back to the floor. Pull the strap out from under your hips if you went there. Draw your knees to your chest. Take the strap off your legs. Draw your knees to your chest. Soften that, cross left knee over right, draw the knees in again, stretching out the left hip. And then undo that, go the other way, right knee over left, draw them in. Undo the knees, rock side to side. Roll the knees over to one side. And then as you're ready, press up. Come back to your seat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale it to your heart. Bow to your own inner wisdom and compassion. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to class.
Namaste.
Hope everybody.
Oh.